Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the design office at Forrester Creations, Hope works on some dresses for her line. Brooke comes by and gasps, "Wow." She complains Hope beating her in isn't a good look for the newest member of the superintendent. She wants to finish talking to her about Finn. She's concerned she may not be suitable to fight those passions. Hope says she has to, but explains that it goes deeper than a magnet. It's a fellowship. One she doesn't want to ruin, so she'll handle it. Ridge walks in as they clinch and asks, "What's going on then?" Brooke directs Ridge's attention to the dresses. He has a suggestion, but Hope assures him she's formally told them to acclimate the length. Ridge still feels like he walked by on commodity and asks if it's about Steffi. Hope admits she's been floundering with commodity, but it has nothing to do with whatever he's allowing it is. Ridge asks again if it has to do with Steffi. Hope says she's felt lost since Thomas and Douglas left and her passions have been each over the place. She doesn't want to get into it, but it wouldn't affect her work. Ridge is glad she has her mama to lean on, but tells Hope that she can talk to him too. He's not sure what happened between her and Thomas, but his boy loved her veritably much. They go over Hope not being ready to connect. Ridge noticed she's not been feeling well, and it started when Thomas left, so he allowed. She might have regrets. Hope recaps that it didn't feel right to accept an offer she wasn't ready for. She gets teary-eyed and stressed out. Brooke rubs her reverse. Hope admits she's been floundering further than people realize. Ridge asks if she's reconsidering. Hope's still not ready for marriage, but when she is, at least she'll have known what it was like to be with someone who only has eyes for her. She'll no way settle for lower than that ever again. At II Giardino, Sheila listens as Tom apologizes to Deacon if he surpassed by coming at him with all that stuff about Sheila. He really cares about him and wants to repay his kindness by remonstrating, but that's why he started looking on the internet and discovered Sheila has a various history, to say the least. Cleric notices Sheila and tells him this is a discussion for another time. He sends him off to the cleaning closet to stock inventories. Sheila joins Deacon and asks how he's liking his new hand. Cleric spots Bill and Poppy and says he's a lot more affable than some of the guests. Sheila looks over and groans. She doesn't want Bill in her section. Deacon says he'll handle this and walks over to ask if they've a reservation. Poppy says, "Nozawa, party of two." Bill asks to be seated anywhere but in the Sanguine Maniacs section. Once seated, Cleric takes Bill and Poppy's coffee order before walking off. Poppy enthuses about this life she suddenly has. He converted her life and their sons. Poppy hopes he knows how happy she is. Bill leers that she made that enough clear this morning. Poppy says she still has a ways to go to show him how thankful she's in that department. Bill jokes, "Check please." He tells her she's converted his life as well, by giving him a son. "I do'n't have the words. I really do'n't." "A son," Poppy smiles. In the kitchen, Cleric and Tom phenomenon that the toe hors d'oeuvres have come so popular. Sheila walks in as Tom remarks that cutting off a toe doesn't feel like commodity a mentally stable person would do. Cleric takes off to answer a call, and Sheila turns to Tom with a cutter in her hand. "Are you serious? Stability?" Tom looks nervously at the cutter. We cut to marketable, and also Sheila is no longer holding the cutter. She hands Tom his ewer of water and tells him they appreciate him and he's well liked. "You wouldn't want to do or say anything to change that, would you?" Tom shakes his head. Cleric calls to Tom from the doorway and he tells Sheila, "Duty calls." At Bill's table, Poppy is showing him prints of Luna when she was youngish at a community pool. They joke about their son having a couple of pools now. Tom appears with the water flagon and tumbles on Poppy. Tom and Poppy cinch eyes and pause, as though they fade each other. Once Tom walks off, Bill asks Poppy, who has a away look in her eye, if she's still with him. She snaps out of it, says she's right there, and kisses him. In the kitchen, Tom peers out at Poppy and Bill. Sheila corners him and tells him anyhow of what he read on the internet. There are two sides of every story, however, it's her side he needs to be on, if he wants to survive around there. Tom doesn't want to get off on the wrong bottom with her. Sheila warns him not to badmouth her to her hubby ever again. Her history stays in the history. It's none of your business, you got me, Tom says of course, and also goes back to looking at Poppy, who looks right back at him. In the design office, Ridge tells Brooke he didn't want Hope allowing he was condemning her. Brooke has enterprises about her son, but they talk about effects, and she thinks she got through to her. Ridge thinks that's one of her bents. That's why I hired you. Brooke teases that he wanted to see her more frequently. They kiss and spoon. In the main office, Hope aesthetics shaken. She holds her head and flashes to Thomas telling her he's a one-woman man. A knock comes at the door. Hope calls, "Come in." The door opens and it's Douglas. He runs to her and they embrace. She also sees Thomas in the doorway. He says, "Hello, Hope." Hope shafts. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, June 24, 2024, are then. Suckers can anticipate Thomas Forrester and Paris Buckingham to have a lot of explaining to do. Meanwhile, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, will feel blindsided by Thomas' good news. Keep reading to find out what's coming up in the coming occasion of the CBS Cleaner Pieces. Thomas Forrester's return. B&B spoilers for Monday, June 24, reveal that Thomas has eventually come back from Europe. After blubbing to Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester, Hope exited to be alone. After having some flashbacks of Thomas, Hope was stunned to see Douglas Forrester at the door. Hope presumably allowed. She was daydreaming when she first saw Douglas. Still, once Hope had Douglas in her arms, she realized it was real. When Hope looks up from Douglas, she'll see Thomas. Now, Thomas simply says, "Hello, Hope." Thomas and Douglas haven't returned alone, however. Paris Buckingham's new story The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, June 24, reveal that Paris walks into the office. Hope stammers and asks what's going on then. That's when Thomas tells Hope, Ridge, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan his good news. Paris walks by and puts one hand on Douglas' shoulder while Thomas puts his hand on the boy's other shoulder. The three of them are standing as a united front. In an exercise clip, Thomas tells everyone that he and Paris are engaged. Hope is blindsided, but is this for real? While Thomas and Paris really could be together, it's also possible it's a scheme to push Hope to say yes. It's indeed more likely that it's a scheme grounded on what Ridge said to Hope. Ridge asked Hope if she was redefining the offer right before Thomas and Douglas returned. So if Thomas had really set up someone new, wouldn't Ridge or at least Steffi know about the love? On Monday's occasion, suckers also might see what happens between Tom and Penelope Poppy Nozawa. The two easily know each other. There's also commodity differently. In an exercise clip, Tom confronts Poppy at the Spencer Manse. Tom says, "Hello, Poppy," but it sounds relatively minatory. Could Tom be putting on a facade for everyone? Could Tom and Poppy have a mates in crime type of history? It's also possible Tom's minatory voice was just wrathfulness. Maybe Poppy is someone Tom used, and maybe indeed responsible for the man's homeless situation? This is getting juicy, so stay tuned. Which plot are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, June 24, 2024? Partake your studies in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. And do not forget to like, comment and subscribe.